My name is Chinedu Vincent Akuta. On Thursday, 20th of February 2025, former Nigerian leader Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida IBB gathered former Nigerian leaders and other distinguished Nigerians for his book launching of his autobiography titled A Journey in Service. Now, during the book launch, IBB acknowledged that MKO Abiola won the 1993 June 12th presidential election. It took him 32 years to come clear and acknowledge. He's been lying all the past, but Nigerians knew better. Nigerians knew that Abiola won the election. Now, this episode will look at what happened. We'll dig into what happened and then analyze it critically. I like to give critical analysis to issues or to topics. Now, IBB gathered all the past Nigerian leaders that are alive to his book launch. There's one thing in common amongst all the leaders, all the past Nigerian heads of state and presidents he gathered today or gathered on February 20th, 2025. All of them, all the leaders have one thing in common. They have contributed their quota towards the destruction of Nigeria. They've had one policy or another that led us to where we are today in Nigeria. So gathering them today, for me, just like gathering let's say, foes or old folks that have helped to that have contributed to our quagmire or our predicament in Nigeria. But that's not why I'm talking about today. That's not what I'm talking about today. I'm talking about the book launch and other things that came up. Now, it took IBB 32 years to turn around and publicly acknowledge that MKO Abiola won the June 12th, 1993 presidential election. But however, Nigerians knew from the onset that Abiola won the election because the same Babangida designed the system, option F4, through Professor Humphrey Wonsu. The system was the best and the surest and the most transparent electoral system in Nigeria. There were no bloodshed. There were no bloodshed. I mean, you hear the result as soon as the elections are over. Instantly, you know who's going to be the winner. So based on records gathered, it was obvious that MK Abiola won the election. But the same Babangida now sabotaged and cancelled the election. Not only cancelling the election, Humphrey Wonsu, who was the architect of option F for himself, was also nearly killed by the same Babangida. Humphrey Wonsu was panic-beaten by the soldiers for insisting that the election must go on. So, coming after 32 years to come and apologize, for me, I see IBB as being haunted by the ghost of June 12th. By the spirit of June 12th, he's still haunting the man. If you look at him, if you look at Babangida is, for me, is, let's say, he enjoys limelight. He enjoys the limelight, he enjoys controversy, he enjoys, let's say, media coverage. In fact, he likes that. But since after June 12th, Babangida he wasn't the original person he used to be. So that is to say that June 12th also ruined his legacies. He would have been the best president of Nigeria. If he had handed over to Abiola, Babangida would have been the best leader Nigeria ever had. But he sabotaged his own self. But let us also thank him for coming up now that he's still alive to acknowledge that MKO Abiola won the election. At least now, he has acknowledged the injustice he did to MKO Abiola. June 12th election, canceling that election, I'm not sure Nigeria has fully recovered from that incident or that June 12th annulment. Abiola died. Many people died, lost their lives. Even Kudriat, Abiola's wife, died as a result of June 12th trying to reclaim the mandate. Many innocent Nigerians died also in the process of trying to reclaim the June 12th mandate. Many went to prison under the same IBB before Abacha took over. Babangida himself helped to destroy the Nigerian economy. But that's gonna be a topic for a different episode. You know. Having come up publicly now to acknowledge, I would also expect IBB to acknowledge Professor Humphrey Woods, especially for designing a system that was one of the best in Nigeria. Although there's still time for him to do that, you know. And again, too, I will expect Bangida to also come up and then apologize to Nigerians, those that lost their lives in the June 12th saga or events that are related to June 12th, because many Nigerians died. Many innocent Nigerians died. Many were even running home, and some died in motor accidents. So he should also pay tribute to these people that died, because he was the one responsible for their deaths indirectly. If he hadn't annulled June 12th, perhaps those guys or those people that died would have still been alive today. So Babangida shares some responsibilities for those that died in the events that connected or connects with June 12th. Moving on, I also think that Babangida should also come up and tell Nigerians what happened to Delegiwa and then what happened to Mama Mvasa. Nigerians deserves to know the truth. It's more like his book launch is more like a truth and reconciliation book. For me, I think he's trying to show remorse, but again, he's trying to show remorse. That's what I'm seeing from the body language, from the messages, is from the unseen, from the unsaid message is passing across. He has shown remorse, but you need to show this remorse fully by coming clearer and explaining to Nigerians in detail what really happened. He's made mention about June 12th. That's okay. We know now. He's acknowledged. But he needs to tell Nigerians about other atrocities he committed under his regime. Now, I saw Abdulsalam Abubakar, former Nigerian head of state. He should also write his own book and explain to Nigerians how Abiola died under his government. Nigerians deserve to know actually how Abiola died. So we should be also expecting a book from Abdulsalami Abubakar. Now, on the flip side, I also think, because now is a season of autobiography or book writing, which is good, is adding to history. The whole thing is gonna be in print, which is gonna be good for future generation. I also think, let me make a mention. I also think that Yakubu Mahmood, who is the INEC chairman, current INEC chairman, should also write his own book and explain to Nigerians what happened during the 2023 presidential election. Nigeria deserves to know what really transpired during that election, how all of a sudden everything that was planned and budgeted, IREV couldn't work. So Nigerians deserve a full info or revelation or truth about what really happened during the election of 2023. Right. On the flip side, the book launch, the Presidential Library book launch, they generated 17.5 billion naira. That's awesome. That's huge. However, I'm not surprised. These were the people Babangida made rich. So they've come back to pay back the money he helped them to make by siphoning Nigerian Commonwealth. These people made money through IBB. So I'm not surprised they're coming to donate huge sums of money. Just like in Nigeria, things are not done properly. Otherwise, most of these people would have been under detention or in serving jail sentences. But of course, everything happens in Nigeria. So the most important thing for me, or my greatest expectation from here now, is for more books to be written, or Babangida can even do volume 2 and then explain other things that Nigerians would like to hear. But however, I would like to grab a copy of this book and then read and then find out things that are contained in the book and things that are not contained in the book. Right. This is where I'm gonna end this episode. If you have any comment to make about this episode or contributions to make, please drop them on the comment section. Thank you so much. Bye for now.